The sponsor of today's video, Thrive Market.
For real, bro.
You put this Ooh, I want to curse so much more, bro.
It looks like a brisket from a bad smokehouse. Like, you know, we've all gone to a bad smokehouse where it's just not that good. It's fine for the moment, but you won't go back to that restaurant. That's kind of like what that piece looks like. Chef Brian Tsao here, not your typical chef. And today I'm gonna be reacting to Guga Foods' 12-pound microwave brisket experiment. It's insane. Before I go on with today's episode, I do want to give a shout out to my newest sous chef level patrons, Adam Marcucci, Baked Bads. Thank you so much for your support. You guys, along with all the patrons, really do make a difference on this channel. And for those of you who are watching and want to support further, please consider becoming a patron. Be sure to visit the link in the description below. By becoming a patron, you get to take advantage of some awesome perks like discounts off my merch store, early access to new episodes, but most importantly, patron exclusive content. And finally, if you can give me a follow on Instagram at chefbriantsao, that would be greatly appreciated.
Guga, I love your channel. I watched every single one of your videos. I would like for you to do an experiment for me. What happens if you cooked a brisket in the microwave? Is it gonna be terrible and completely unedible, or is it something that can be done? Can you show us? Some things should not be tried. You don't need to try everything. You don't need to try it. I'm telling you, there's no need for it. Since you have a lot of experiments, I have one here for you. What about if you microwave a full brisket? Yes, this is a challenge. Are you good enough? What do you mean if I'm good enough? There's nothing to be good about putting anything in the microwave. You just put it in the microwave, set it and forget it and leave. That's all you do. And of course, it's gonna turn out.
And everything starts off with this beautiful brisket.
I don't know if you guys know, at Mission Sandwich Social, we do these bi-weekly, one-day-only specials. We do some really banging sandwiches, and smoked brisket is next on the menu, or it's coming up. So for those of you who are watching and are able to visit the shop, just know I got some smoked brisket coming, and I gotta be honest, Guga, you are actually the primary inspiration for this particular sandwich using the brisket.
It includes both muscles, the flat and the point. If you are unfamiliar with that, this part right here is the point, and the skinnier one is the flat. The point is everybody's favorite because it has the most amount of fat. So for that reason, I like to take all of the external fat out. However, the flat, since it's a lot leaner, I like to leave a 1/4 inch. Once I was done with the trimming, this is what it looks like.
Nice.
As you can see, the point, I removed all of the external fat. And the flat, just like I mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, listen, small attention to detail, just like he said. Point has a lot of fat within the protein, so he's trimming the fat pretty much clean, and then the flat is where he's leaving a little bit of a fat cap. Awesome, great attention to detail.
We gotta do something that it's called dry brine. This is a phenomenal way to cook any type of meat. Especially large cuts like this really benefit from this method. And by the way, I know it sounds fancy and all that saying dry brine, but trust me, all you have to do is put salt on it and let it rest in your refrigerator overnight. There's absolutely nothing fancy about it. The most crucial part is to ensure that you season everything well, because if this brisket is missing seasoning and it's cooked on the microwave, oh, forget it, there's no chance. So as always, regardless of where you're cooking it, make sure you season it well.
You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was on an episode of Chopped that I lost. I did that a year before I did Beat Bobby Flay. The episode's called Count Your Chickens, and I am the first one chopped. Now, the way they edit it, they make it seem a lot more dramatic than it really is. Go ahead and watch it. It's a fun episode. But man, I gotta tell you, I got chopped because I was so nervous. It was my first time being on TV like that. This was at a time where Chopped was still pretty big, and I forgot to salt, and I was the first one chopped.
Once the time was up, I took it out of the refrigerator. Beautiful. And this is what it looks like. The dark color is a sign that the salt penetrated nicely and deeply into the meat. That is exactly what we're looking for. The great thing about this method is that the salt not only seasons the meat, but it also kind of tenderizes a little bit. If there's one thing I like on my brisket, it's also pepper. I don't like too much or too little. This amount right here is good enough for me.
Beautiful.
Now that I got my brisket fully seasoned, the only thing left to do is to cook it. And for that, I need a special container because we're going to be putting this in the microwave.
Oh boy.
And I was able to find one that was large enough. The most important thing I was looking for is to make sure that it was microwave safe, especially because we're going to be cooking it for a long time. And as you can see, this one is not only microwave safe, but it's also BPA free. That is crucial. And putting it inside of the container, oh boy, it was a tight squeeze. But hey, after fighting with it for a little bit, it actually fit.
Wow.
Since this is an experiment, I have no idea for how long I should put it in the microwave.
Do you live far away from a health food store? Are you a parent just trying to save a little bit more time? Or maybe you follow a specific diet? Well, guess what? The sponsor of today's video, Thrive Market, is your solution. Let's be real for a second. Organic groceries are expensive, but Thrive Market can help you cut your grocery bill by 30%. With Thrive Market, I am getting stuff that I would buy at the health food store, like this hemp lavender soap that I've been using for years, my daughter's favorite treat, Pirate Booty aged cheddar. I mean, let's be honest, this is also my favorite stack. Also, kitchen essentials like organic smoked paprika that I use all the time. Now, Thrive Market isn't good just for you, but also the planet, because on orders of $49 or more, it's delivered with carbon neutral shipping coming from zero waste warehouses. Thrive is on a mission to be the world's first climate positive grocery store. You can literally get everything: organic groceries, kid stuff, snacks, supplements, non-toxic beauty products, wine, meat, seafood, veggies. You get my point? It's freaking awesome. You can even take it a step further by filtering the catalog of product by lifestyle, diet, product type, name brand. So vegan, paleo, whatever, they got you covered and they make it easier for you. Click the link in the description below or go to thrivemarket.com/chefbriantsao to receive a free $60 gift when you join Thrive Market today. Again, that's thrivemarket.com/chefbriantsao to receive a free $60 gift when you join Thrive Market today. We're about to find out what happens with this. Now, I did react to a Point Crow video where he took this beautiful Wagyu beef, A5 Wagyu beef from Japan, and just completely fucking destroyed it. If you guys have the heart for it, go watch it. Check it out. Shout out to Point Crow. Nice guy. He actually reacted to me reacting. Some real reactception stuff. One of the things he did to the Wagyu was microwave it. Now, I was saying in the video how when you microwave something, you know, I'm 99% sure Adam Ragusa has a, you know, what the fuck is a microwave? Like, what does microwaves do? And you know what? I should have watched that before this. But anyway, that would kind of defeat the purpose of watching this for the first time. Anyway, I don't know the science behind microwaves. I'm going to be straight up about it. Microwaves are pretty shunned in the professional kitchen. You know, it's used, you know, I've seen it used a lot in pastry to just warm things up very quickly and, you know, easily. But as far as pro kitchens go, you don't see too many microwaves. Generally, you're using the oven, the grill, you know, the flat top, the salamander, stuff like that. You have, you know, just high-powered sources of heat. The microwave, I do know it's gonna make the water molecules bubble. I know that's one thing that the microwave does. Here's the thing though, it's also going to cause the, again, I don't know the science behind it. Let's just talk about that cut of beef, a brisket, which has a lot of fat. And as you microwave it, that fat is a conductor of heat. So as it heats up, it's gonna cook the protein even more and at an uneven rate. It's hard to say because this is such a big cut of meat. There are sections with lots of fat. There are sections with not so much fat. Yes, the flat, he left a cap, but it's hard to say. However, I do think that there's going to be some very tender bits as well as very dried bits because he put this into a plastic container that's gonna kind of insulate the bottom part at the very least and trap some moisture and almost kind of like braise it in its own juices while other parts just get completely messed up and turn into beef jerky. That's my prediction. Enough talking, let's see what happens.
On high and putting it for 15 minutes. Once that time was done, I took it out and checked look what we got. It's starting to get cooked, but by no means are we even close. I can clearly see that there's a lot of pieces that is still completely raw. And most importantly, this does not look appetizing at all. So into the microwave you went one more time for 30 minutes. Once that time was up, this is what came out.
Wow,
I mean, I don't know
about
about you, but I'm getting a little bit surprised. The fat is getting golden brown. It looks like it's generating a bark. I mean, what's going on over here? I did not expect these results. And trust me, this is not ready yet. So I went ahead and did what I normally do with every brisket. I wanted to give it a good chance. So I started basting it a little bit.
I'm sure someone watching here is going to know the science behind a microwave much better than I do. Straight up. The reason why it's developing a bark, I believe, is because as the microwave is working, causing the water to heat up, it's also causing the fat to heat up. And you know, steam is very powerful. That steam is going to heat up the fat, and then that fat in turn is going to sear the protein itself. And I think that is what's going on. Who am I kidding? I fucking microwave chicken breast before, and you don't get a sear on it. It just has, you know, skinless, boneless chicken breast. There's not much fat on there to facilitate browning or a Maillard reaction. And now he's taking the fat and he's continuing to baste it. I think that's gonna accelerate the Maillard reaction.
There for the final minutes.
As he puts it
and
back
as I
into
remove
the
from the
microwave.
microwave, these are the results. Take a look at this. Let me remind you that this was done in a microwave for exactly 49 minutes. It even has a nice golden brown color
Almost
and
an
a little
hour.
bit of
Holy
bark.
cow.
Come on. This is starting to get a little bit ridiculous. As I check the internal temperature, look what I got. Man, and it is leaking juice. I said, you know what? I'm gonna call it. This is it. The only thing left to do was to put it on my cutting board and present to you the results. So now I say, it is enough talking and it is time
Bowl of
for
jus
you
over
to
there.
experience
I would
this with
put that
me.
right
So
back
let's
in
do
after
it.
you cut it up. Listen, man, straight up, that doesn't look half bad. If someone put that on the table in front of you and didn't tell you it was microwaved, you know, I mean, I would be like, oh, I guess they roasted it whole or, you know, smoked it, you know, but honest, straight up, doesn't look half bad in my opinion. There are some parts that are clearly dehydrated. I'm very curious to see what happens when he cuts it open. He's letting it rest. The juices are spewing out. Now, brisket is a tough cut of meat and it benefits from, wow. Okay. Brisket benefits from being cooked low and slow. Now, obviously, a microwave is not doing that. I have no idea how it's going to affect the texture of it. Maybe the microwave helps break down all that connective tissue and that tough meat. Who knows? We'll see what Guga says. I mean, clearly very juicy, right? There's no denying it right there. Wow. Man, it's still spewing out juice. That's pretty crazy. Now, I don't think this is going to be the most tender thing, but it doesn't look half bad. You know, it's not it's not the best brisket I've seen from Guga.
Thing is, it's overflowing. It's got like a little moat going on.
Look at my face, everybody. Look at my face.
Look, I don't care what you did to this, but look.
It looks juicy.
You cannot tell me this doesn't look like a juicy meal.
It is a very juicy brisket. I am
Before they bite into it, I'm looking at the color, and even when they were slicing, you know, I kept saying it doesn't look half bad, but it doesn't look great either. It's not, clearly not Guga's finest moment, but he's doing this through comment, you know, viewer requests. There's clearly a brisket that's microwaved is clearly missing a bark that you would get from smoking it and or roasting it. I have this feeling like it's not going to taste terrible, but it's going to be a bit anemic, and it's also not going to be as tender as it possibly could be. I could be wrong. Curious. At this point of the video, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
my words right here, right? That's how I can say. It's an experiment, by the way. As you can see, we have no smoke ring. I apologize for that.
Look.
Yes, they can see it, Angel.
They can
Trust
see
me,
that?
they saw how juicy it is. They can see that.
They can see
Trust
that.
me. So here's the deal. I want to know your most crucial, honest opinion on this one. And if you need to go as harsh as possible, go harsh as possible, because I am. At the same time,
there's no comparison.
No, this is it. This is it. This is it. Anyway, I'm probably sounding very
there's no
stupid, and you guys
comparison
understand
if
the
you
reason
did a
why.
smoked
Anyway,
brisket
I want to know your honest
side by
opinion.
side with
Obviously, we got the point and we got the flat, which is the flat is the driest part, as you can see.
Oh yeah, that looks very dry.
Is it tender? That is the question. Let's
way
do this.
it moves
Yeah, it does not pass the tender test. To pass the tender test, by the way,
can tell it's tough.
supposed to bend all the way. And I cut it kind of thin just in case.
But it didn't do it anyway.
I just licked my finger. And my finger tastes good.
It looks like a brisket from a bad smokehouse. Like, you know, we've all gone to a bad smokehouse where it's just not that good. It's fine for the moment, but you won't go back to that restaurant. That's kind of like what that piece looks like.
All right, here's the deal, all right? This is what I'm gonna say. If there's one thing that is important to me, is authenticity. If it's good, we're gonna tell you if it's good. If it's crap, we're gonna tell you if it's crap. Are you ready, Angel?
I have
Cheers.
a feeling it's gonna be just okay. It's like not crap, but clearly
Tastes
not.
like a brisket. It doesn't taste bad. Tastes pretty good. It is a little chewy.
It's chewy,
Yeah,
but
there
it's
you go.
edible. I mean,
If I buy this at a restaurant,
yeah?
it tastes like a restaurant. Like
It tastes like a restaurant, Brisket. I'm about to cry right now. Oh, my barbecue friends, please, please, hold back, hold back.
if I buy this at a restaurant, it's
Listen.
something I expect from a restaurant.
Wow, shit.
It is
man.
not
That's
tender
authenticity right
whatsoever.
there.
There's
Okay,
no
okay,
way. Look,
okay.
there's no
It's
way
not-
you can. Oh well, maybe. Well.
It's not terrible. The tenderness is not terrible. I want to try.
Look
when
at you going for seconds.
When
Oh
you
Lord.
Put, when you put the juices on it, maybe it's
Listen,
a little
it's
more.
meat, man.
Let's. You see this?
It's
The juice.
You know what this is, right? Okay.
The rest of the juices.
Exactly. All the
It
juices.
wasn't even all on the
Now
board.
let's do this. Let's do
yeah,
this.
you know, that's the benefit of low and slow is that yes, it has some moisture loss, but it's not as severe as that. I mean, you can see it's all over the cutting board, it's all over the Tupperware. That should be in the meat, and that low and slow cookery together with the juice staying in that protein is going to help break down the muscle fibers and the connective tissue, and that's what gets it tender. But again, this is microwaved.
Dump it in there. Oh.
Dude, like that?
Yeah, like that. Go like that.
The whole thing?
The whole
I
thing.
have had
Dump it in.
briskets from
Dump
smokehouses.
all
right, let's
that
go. Let's try it like
looked
that. You tell me.
that,
Ready?
and it was just
Cheers, buddy.
okay.
Cheers.
You know, again, I never went back.
It went from okay, this is okay.
Well, I can't
to,
believe I'm saying
this is
that.
okay, and it's
I'm
a
sure
little more
the-
juicy. Let's try
the tip
fatty part.
is gonna
Okay,
be
let's try
much
this
better,
one here and stop.
only
I
because
am out of words.
the tip is going to be much better, and only because it has way more fat. Fat equals flavor.
Even seems like we have a
tough,
bark,
too.
everybody. How does it seem like we have a bark? That's not humanly
It
possible.
does look like it.
Oh my God, I'm about to cry. I can't believe this happened.
I'm not too surprised
enough.
about the
Cheers.
bark. You know, I mentioned to you about the fat being in there, and the fat is a great conductor of heat, and that is what's kind of searing it as the brisket's cooking in the microwave.
Cheers.
Oh, that's chewier.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
chewy.
chewier.
It
Okay.
is thicker though. You cut this thicker.
It's chewy, chewy, chewy. If we chop this up and you put it in a taco, it'll be amazing.
The thing is, you know what the problem is? The last brisket we ate,
Yeah, it was a Japanese Wagyu A5.
it was a Japanese Wagyu A5.
Yes.
It was literally top tier.
Yes.
That's literally, you're never gonna get nothing better than that.
Yeah, but when I tell you that I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what I did with this?
Tell me what happened, bro.
I cooked this brisket exactly to the T, 49 minutes.
Damn, that's pretty efficient.
I know.
I can
You know
see why
why?
it's not tender though.
You see this container? What is this? This is a container that I put on the microwave and I put it in there for 49 minutes, and that what came out.
For real, bro.
For real, bro.
You put this in the microwave. Ooh, I want to curse so much more, bro.
We do experiments that no one else think about. And
Yes.
You asked.
Clearly.
You saw it in the beginning of the video. I can't even speak. I'm out of words. You saw. You asked for it.
It's good,
and my
man.
initial thought is, you're absolute. It's crazy. But the authenticity to let you guys know exactly what this result is, we got to tell you the truth, everybody. And if you make tacos out of this brisket, it's gonna be a good taco, all right? Especially if you put sauces.
Fair.
You save the juices. And
Yeah.
like one of the commenters say, I forgot his name right now, you know, he lives in a dorm and all he has available is a microwave. If that's the case, and you put it in there and you're craving some brisket meat, I'm telling you, you're gonna get this kind of results. I don't know if it's because of my microwave, how my microwave is. If you put it on those little dorm microwaves, you might not have the same result, or you might even have the same result. You just gotta do it for longer. I don't know, but you saw my microwave. That's the results. We hate microwave, everybody. I think microwave is good for one thing, all right? Microwave is wonderful to melt butter. That's all it's good for.
Yeah, listen, I barely use a microwave, and as I mentioned, microwaves are pretty shunned upon in the pro kitchen. Not to say they don't exist there, but yeah, you know, you just don't use them. I mean, the color's anemic. I totally agree with Guga. If you chop that up, put it back into the jus, it's not gonna be terrible. Like, I'll eat that any day of the week. Now, do I have a preference? 1000%. Would I ever cook it like that? Hell no. You know, if there's some kid in a dorm room and he wants to have a little party and he really doesn't have access to a kitchen, literally only has a microwave, that kind of sucks. But I guess you can throw in a 12-pound brisket and have dinner. You know, I've seen so much crazy shit over the years during my career. I mean, even in culinary school, I saw the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, one of the best culinary schools in the country, the United States at least. And I remember being in the dorms and seeing guys take pre-sliced Philly cheesesteak meat beef and microwave it and top it with Kraft singles in culinary school. I never understood it.
Microwave was made for.
Wait, hold on.
Listen, not even popcorn inside of the microwave. I like it that much, all right? I'd rather do it on the pan.
That's actually a fact.
Guys, anyway, I know it sounds crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. Yeah. I learned something new.
I always learn something
I
from
always
Guga.
say it, and today I actually eat my words. Never judge something until you try it. This is the truth of that. The results are in. You tell me. I'd love to know your comment down below what you think of it.
I gotta be honest, if someone chopped that up and served it to me in taco form or some kind of sandwich, I would just be like, all right, you know, like, good effort. Good effort. You know, I can do it better, but, you know, I don't go to people's houses and start shitting on their cooking. You know, you don't do that. It's fucked up. Very interesting. Listen, again, Guga is here and he's doing these experiments, so I don't have to. And that's why I'm pretty much addicted to his channel. I just learn so much every single time at his expense.
Don't recommend it, all right? But if you are in a crunch, this is all you have. Make sure you save the juices. As you
Listen,
can see,
it's good enough
Andrew
for
is
this
enjoying
dude to
this quite a bit.
dip into it several
And you better
times,
believe I'm
you
gonna make
know?
a taco right now, and
You know
this is gonna
me.
be my juice taco.
Yeah, you know me and my microwave brisket.
That's right.
Just eating, you know.
I would never do it myself. I'm glad I watched it. That's about it. Are you guys gonna microwave some brisket or meat? Let me know the results in the comments below. And with that said, hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And with that said, I'm Chef Brian Tsao, not your typical chef, and I'll see you really soon.